So I am making this midday because I'm having a bit of a thought process. So I wanted to record this. I think it will be one of many, and I'll give you a little background as to what prompted this. I also have the camera clearly tilted up a little bit because I am shirtless and I don't feel like putting a shirt on, and I'm not just going to do it because I have a video. I'm just going to angle it so you can just see the shoulders. Anyways, I am reading or listening to rather the audiobook of The Alchemist. And on top of that, this kind of paired with an idea that I read about in, is it Wait But Why? It's something like that. It's a good name of a newsletter, huge, very introspective newsletter. And it talked about measuring your life in terms of how many things that you have left. Meaning, he said he went in the ocean like every 5 years. So how many times in the ocean does he have before he dies? How many times does he have with his parents before he dies or they pass away? Whatever it is, right? And listening to The Alchemist mixed with this kind of gave me this, like I was literally just journaling. Where is it? Kind of linking with that Wait But Why newsletter about how many things you have left. Why not just fucking emit shit into the world? And I'm talking about content right now. Because I had this belief that was like, oh, you're not worthy of content yet. And that might be the case. But I think documenting is just as valuable as actually having done the thing. Because if you document and fail, people are like, okay, that's how you don't do it. If you document, like, everything should be documented. Because if you're going to wait until a certain time to document, that isn't even guaranteed, right? Just to get 100% real, that's not even guaranteed. Like I could say I'm going to do it this time and something happens and I wish I would have documented it, right? And nobody regrets documenting. Everybody I've seen says, I wish I did this thing earlier. So I just had this moment of like, I don't need this content to be good. I don't need this content I'm pushing out to be life-changing. Of course, it's valuable. It's insightful to myself, and I hope it's valuable to other people. But I had this belief that I had to wait until I had like a production team or like really good editing, or I had expertise like 10 plus years in a niche. And then I just had this point of like, why? Like, if I'm going to view in terms of like, I'm going to live for X amount of days, I'm going to push out a video a day. Like, Think about life in terms of how much you leave the world with. I want to leave the world with newsletters, videos, podcasts, audio, visual, everything. I want to leave the world with what I took from it, right? Through my experience, I say, okay, here's what I found to be a fundamental truth. Here's what I think is happening in my life. Here's how I got past this point. Here's how I did this. So now I'm starting to think about my life in terms of that. In terms of how can I just emit as much content into the world, as much of myself, so I can leave the world with that. Which I think is just, I don't know. I think it's powerful. So hope you enjoy this just really quick. I don't know. You didn't have to enjoy it. I hope you just got some insight. But yeah, this will be one of many.